Yo guys, and welcome back to our On-Air Gaming, and today we are going to be doing a nice FIFA 16 FUT draft on the PS4, and we're going to jump straight into it. So for the first card, well, we're going to choose that Messi on the end. I was on an R as to whether to pick him, and I ended up picking that Di Maria there, you can see. So I went straight into the midfield. The 95 Iniesta was the obvious choice there, and then again the Parejo was the obvious choice. Even though I wasn't going to fit with Di Maria, I just had confidence that I was going to get a Messi at some point. So again, we went with the Bruno on the right there. Had a bit of consideration with Rodriguez. I didn't realise Bruno was on the end, or else I picked him straight away. And then we pass on this Ronaldo here. We think about it a little bit, but we pass on Ronaldo, and we end up taking the Neymar. I had a look at that Buffalo as well because his car looked ridiculous. If you look at his stats there, they're very similar to Neymar's. So we looked at this. I was really going to pick the Benzema because it would have fit with Neymar and all the centre midfielders, but then I realised that Di Maria would have had no link on the right hand side, so we just went ahead and picked the Tevez because he does have ridiculous stats. And then we went to the left back. Had a look at Felipe Luis straight away there, and then I think we had a look at Maxwell as well to see whether he fit. Yeah, we did. So we had a look at Maxwell, see whether we could make him, accommodate him in the team. We couldn't really, so the obvious choice was Felipe Luis. This one is where it started getting a little bit out of hand because I didn't really know who to choose. So at this point I was just thinking, right, we'll take the highest rated player and hope for the best with the goalkeeper. And then this one was a no-brainer because, well, I looked straight away. I checked to see that was actually Paulo Cannavaro, and it actually was. Couldn't believe it. I thought he retired ages ago. And then we saw Andrioli there, who's a Sevilla centre-back, who's also from Italy, so it was just a no-brainer to not pick him. I picked DeMarcos here. I probably should have picked Carvajal, because, as you will see later on, I ended up putting him in the team anyway. Here I just ended up picking the highest rated goalkeeper out of them, because none of them fit my team at all. And then the next one, we got an absolute gem. I was really considering picking Neuer because I hadn't seen the Buffon on the right hand side, but Buffon worked out perfectly to give both of centre half 10 chem. We had a look at that Denisov there, but we realised he weren't going to really fit. We had a look at Carvajal as well. And then we took Carvajal, stuck him in the team, tried at centre half to see whether we could improve the chem, but I realised that both of those players in the middle there were on 10 chem anyway. So it really didn't matter, we just kept him on the bench for the time being. There wasn't really an obvious choice, like blurting out at me this round, because there was no links to the midfield in any of them, so I just picked the highest rated again. Here we picked J Rodriguez because it's a no-brainer. I'm a Burnley fan, so we've got to pick the old Burnley boy. Picked Sanchez here because he's got a ridiculous card. I had a look for a league fit, other than Vitolo, there weren't really one, so I just picked the highest rated again. Here we had a look at that Mkhitaryan, but it's got to be Bale on it. You have to pick Gareth Bale there. Tried him in a couple of positions here just to see whether he'd fit, and the chemistry actually worked out really well. Even though I have two players there who have two red links. I just picked the highest rated Silva there because it was no point. That Corke was the obvious choice for me there because there was no real other options to use. He could go straight into my side, whereas none of the others could. And it also gave Felipe Luis 10 chem. We had to pick that Muller. I was really tempted to pick the Juan Fran. I was really tempted, but we had to pick the Muller because he's 94 rated, and they don't come around that often. The massive players don't come around that often. I know they have in this draft. I've got two 94 plus rated players already in my team. But I took a gamble as well here with the Bellerin. I'm intending when I start the game plan, intending on putting him at centre half. Just because that 84 defending is not actually that bad, but the 98 pace is ridiculous. So if he has got a ridiculous strike, say he's playing 99 Ronaldo up front or 99 Messi, then he's actually going to give us some versatility there. I picked the Suarez because he's the second highest rated player there, and he's also got a link, so just in case I needed another link in the midfield. And then again, right at the end, we just went in the highest rated, so we picked Nani. I tried changing it about a little bit just to see what sort of experiments we could do with it. But we couldn't really improve it any more than what we actually did. Tried Bruno there at centre half, see if we get any extra chem, but didn't get any extra chem. So we just kept the DeMarcos in, and I realised after I'd rearranged all my team that we actually had a Carvajal spare on the bench who was a higher rated than DeMarcos, so we ended up sticking the DeMarcos in. And the overall rating of the squad was a 188, which isn't that bad to say. I don't really build a lot of drafts. I'm not very good at building them. I end up leaving Kem out because I forget about people. Say like I didn't look at that when I looked to do I think it was the Bruno round. When Bruno came up, I nearly ended up picking a random player which wouldn't have fit in my team, just because I didn't look at the entirety of the people. I just ended up looking. I usually look straight down the middle and left rather than right. For some reason, I just don't end up looking at one side of the draft board. It's a bit stupid, really, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, so there we go. We've got the 188. We're going to stick DeMarcos in there. I'm going to take DeMarcos out and put Carvajal in there just because he's a better player. We tried the Kem there, but I realised that the Italian links were what we're getting 100 Kem. That's that. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, rate and subscribe if you're new. And thanks for watching. See you next time.